Hey y'all, it's Kitty Bang here, and I'm coming at you with a bearded dragon care guide. And Darby's helping me out today with this care guide, so she's been wonderful and I appreciate her. I just want to take a second to say please give this video a like and subscribe so that I can make more videos like this one. And also I'm constantly looking at requests, so comment down below what you'd like to see more of, or yeah, wow, I'm great at English. First things first, cage sizing. So when they're young or juveniles, they can get away with being in a 20-gallon. I personally like this better because when they have too much room, I find that they stress a little bit. I have the hiccups, this is great timing. Yeah, I find that they stress a little bit. So I like the 20-gallon, and then when they get bigger, you move them into a bigger size enclosure. 40-gallon is pretty much the minimum acceptable size for one, and then if you're gonna have a pair, 75 gallons is like the minimum acceptable size for two. I personally got a pair, I rescued them together and they came as a pair, and then the more research I did, I found out they're more solitary and they do better by themselves, so I just separated them a couple days ago. For their substrate, a lot of people like the look of sand and loose substrate. Unfortunately, especially with younger lizards, this tends not to be the best choice because it can cause impaction. So my favorite choice or option is Repticarpet, and it works super well. It's very easy to clean and you can see everything that happens on it. So I really like it, and I also have like a little shark vacuum. So I just pick up their poop and then vacuum all the calcium and everything off of it once a week, and it works so well and it's so fast, and I highly recommend it. The only thing that you have to look out for is that there's no loose string, so they can't get their toes caught in it. Bearded dragons are cold-blooded, so heating and lighting is very important. It's very crucial for a healthy bearded dragon. As far as lighting goes, you need a basking light and a UVB light. They have some that come together that are very nice, and I actually have one that comes together and they work very well, so that's super crucial so that they have healthy skin and great bone development and everything like that. As well as the fact, since they are cold-blooded, they cannot regulate their heat on their own. So they do need a heat lamp, unless you live in like a desert, which I do, but they're inside. So they need a heat lamp, and in their basking spot, it should run at about 100 degrees, and on their cool side, it can get into the 70s or 80s. Mine stays, I think, at about like 78 degrees. And then I think it's really important to put branches and things that they can climb on. They sell hammocks that are really great, and this is because they can get closer to the heat source or further away from the heat source then. As far as bearded dragons' diet go, they are omnivores, so that means they eat insects and vegetables. And you want to make sure that you have veggies available at all times for your beardie. I like vegetables like zucchini, kale, romaine lettuce, and then I also have a fruit and veggie mix that I put into their vegetable bowl and change out daily. And then, yeah, that's what I usually do for them. You have to be careful with romaine lettuce though, because it is higher in water content. Kale is probably my favorite around the board. They really like that. The best insects for beardies, in my opinion, are crickets and dubia roaches. I do crickets. They're just easy and very highly supplied around me. I have a little cricket case and I dust my crickets in calcium and give them to my beardies. What I've been doing lately is giving my bearded dragons just fresh veggies every single morning, and then feeding them insects later in the day to start to teach them that they should eat their vegetables. And yeah, and if you do struggle with feeding your bearded dragon vegetables, what I recommend doing is just wiggling them in front of them so that they're interested. So I do not recommend mealworms. They have a harder outside shell, so they can cause impaction and they're a little harder to digest for bearded dragons. When we're talking about water, bearded dragons do not need a lot of humidity, so I don't put a water bowl in my bearded dragon's enclosure. I just mist them down, and then I also just give them a bath twice a week, and they've really enjoyed that. Okay, so that was just the basics of bearded dragon care. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and give this video a like and subscribe. I appreciate you and I love you, and I'll see you next video.